Hi and welcome to Vico Life. Today I'm going to be showing you how I make my homemade spelt-based pizza with my homemade roasted red pepper sauce with a Mediterranean topping. Now, pizza is one of my all-time favorite foods, and being vegan or following a plant-based diet does not mean you have to miss out. Far from it. I actually enjoy pizza more now with the way I make it, with the way I'm going to show you today, more than I ever have done. And pizza has a bad reputation. It's referred to so often as junk food, but it really depends on the way it's made and the quality and the type of ingredients used to make it with. As mentioned, this recipe is vegan, so the cheeses I use are based on coconut oil. They melt beautifully, they taste delicious, and no, it does not taste of coconut. I also like to add a little bit of coconut nectar to the dough when I'm making the dough. This is a natural sweetener which is naturally low in GI, that's glycemic index, meaning it creates a slower and steadier rise in the blood glucose levels, or blood sugars as it's often known. Now, if you cannot get hold of any coconut nectar, then do not worry. Maple syrup, although it does have a different nutritional profile, will do just fine. But for those of you who want to check out the coconut nectar, I have added a link below this video. This is no ordinary pizza. To me, it's the best, and I really hope you give it a go. And if you like this video, then hit the thumbs up button and subscribe, because I have a lot more recipes and a lot more videos to come. And finally, the full recipe and method is up on the Vico Life website, and it is recipe number 2 for the Vico Life stay-at-home recipe special, for more information of which is also on the website, and there are also links for that below this video. But now, let's go make pizza. And we're going to start with using 1 UK cup of spelt flour. 1 cup, that's 250 ml of warm water. Mix that in a little and then add 2 teaspoons of active dry yeast. Then 2 tablespoons of the coconut nectar. And this part of the process is about rehydrating the yeast, so we're not adding all the spelt flour at this point. I'm covering here with a plant wax sheet, and I'm leaving it for 20 minutes for the yeast to get going. And 20 minutes later, you should already start to see some bubbles created by the yeast in your dough. And now we can add the rest of the spelt flour, adding 1 cup to begin with. And a pinch of salt. 2 tablespoons of olive oil. You can add this before the spelt flour if you wish. And another cup of spelt flour, so that's 3 cups in total. And then mix it up, but I find eventually it's easier to use my hands. And then you're going to want to loosely cover and leave for about an hour and a half. After which you will have some springy risen dough. Ease the dough out of the bowl, and I'm making 2 large pizzas here, so I'm going to split this into 2, but if you would like 4 small pizzas, then obviously split it into 4 if that's what you require. And then cover and leave for 30 minutes, and that gives you time to make the pizza sauce, and with that it's of 1 roasted red pepper, 3 sun-dried tomatoes, 8 black olives, 1 garlic, some fresh parsley, then 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, half a teaspoon of smoked paprika, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of chipotle paste. Then 1 tablespoon of liquid smoke, followed by a tablespoon of olive oil. And a pinch of salt and pepper to your preference. Then blend all of that up until you've got a beautiful red paste. It might take a few minutes to get all of that broken down. Now you want to pop that to the side or into a bowl, as I'm doing here, and then it's ready for when you need it. Now the pizza dough has risen even more and is ready to roll out. The shape of your pizza is totally up to you and what suits the pizza pans that you have available. I'm not going for the traditional round pizza, mine's going to be a lot longer. And my advice is not to roll it out too thin, as it will need to hold the toppings of your pizza. So I'm rolling mine at about, I'd say no less than ½ centimetre. And now it's time to add the toppings. Start with half the amount of roasted red pepper sauce. I've grated 200 grams of the Veal Life smoked flavour block and I'm adding 100 grams to one pizza. I've also prepared some Veal Life Greek white block, 100 grams, so 50 grams to one pizza. And then a mix of green and black olives sliced. Then some sliced mushrooms, and I'm going to brush the slices with some olive oil as well as the edges of the pizza. Then some freshly sliced cherry tomatoes and some fresh basil with some salt and pepper. And then you can pop that to one side and then repeat the process with the other half of your dough. Eventually giving you 2 large pizzas ready for the oven. So oil your preferred baking tray and then pop into a preheated oven at 200 Celsius for 12 minutes. This should result in them being crispy on the outside and soft and spongy on the inside. And then here I'm adding a few leaves of some micro rocket. And now, finally, they're ready to enjoy.